Bruh, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you watching the Drum My Boo podcast? Instead of get the fuck out.
Aesthetic, instrumental craft, and beautiful sounds. We are here to help you connect to music. Welcome to Rendezvous, brought to you by Cas and Spesh.
And with the spring come lovely things.
With the spring come lovely things that just bloom. People have had a lot of things to say about Kanye, about his rants and his behavior in the media before he dropped his album. Drake and his, alleged, secrecy about his child. And, they've both had a bit of good and bad publicity.
Yeah.
So I feel like they came both from a fair place.
Yeah.
They both came from a fair place where they could have a playground to create music that's groundbreaking. Because going against each other, to them it's just going against each other, but for the rest of us that's like hip hop legacy. Because it brings us back to like when Kanye had his own beef with 50 Cent. And they were dropping albums at the same time. 50 Cent was also the hottest thing in the streets at that time. Gangster rap was just coming up in terms of New York.
This is 2007, right?
2007, bro.
There was a graduation against, I forgot what the 50 Cent album was.
I think I was like 10 when I was.
Yeah.
So obviously with Drake and Kanye, they've said a lot about each other and done a lot to each other. So we at a place where we just wanted to hear the music, man.
You spoke about groundbreaking.
It's hip hop, bro.
Kanye actually had groundbreaking. So just by that definition, groundbreaking, Drake falls flat because every song except maybe 2 songs from a track list of 21 of CLB, I can easily reference to a song that Drake done before. Easily, bro. Like the first half of CLB, now I'm taking shots at CLB, were fire. There's like songs that you can't skip, and I think people are using this metric in terms of skipping stuff wrongly, because sometimes you're gonna skip something based on your mood and you're gonna skip something based on your environment. Does not make that skip something that's valid. Maybe you're at the gym and let's say I'm listening to Donda. I just listened to Praise God. Praise God is hyped. The next song after Praise God, I think it's Moon or something, and it's so chilled. If I'm at the gym, I don't want to listen to Moon. It's not going to get me pumped up to do the set that I want to do. So the skip argument, I don't know about that. I'm looking up. I'm all looking at it at perspective. Skips count when you thinking about like if you're playing stuff in the background or you're playing stuff on a road trip or something. That's when you can use the skipping argument. But which songs were bangers? Which songs were memorable? Which songs were actually they added to the artist's discography. Like they actually added uniqueness to the artist's discography. Drake literally just did not add anything to discography. I do love CLB. I bump it with no skips, ironically. I bump it. The only song I skip is maybe the song with Kid Cudi. Everything else, like I feel like it's worthy to listen to. But is that it did not actually make an advancement in terms of his discography. I felt like you could have. It was more just a certain like, oh, he still has the skills from years ago. I felt like the first half of CLB was a nod to his very soft ways. So the first 10 songs was a nod to his initial come up in the game, maybe his period from 2009 to 2012 / just before he dropped Nothing Was the Same, 2013, where he was coming with this emo stuff. Think albums like Take Care, Thank Me Later, and all the singles that were eventually packaged in the Care package. I really thought it was that. And then after Yeba's Heartbreak, which is track 11, after that it's more about the songs that he did in like from 2013 to present day, where he did have a lot more vibey songs, like more turn up songs and stuff like that. But I still felt like all those songs are in reference to all the previous stuff he did before. And for me to make such a comparison is why I feel like artistically Donda actually brought more to the table and brought more value to Kanye's discography. That's me, man.
All right, dog. Yeah, I know. We all have our heads in this, and we're trying to think about the best way. And I'm usually like a Drake fan before anything.
Yeah. Hey, I'm also a Drake fan. Hey, don't get
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Drake fan before anything, but I have to say, because I'm more artistic and I'm more inclined to look at the broader vision. I'm torn between the two, but I have to decide on Donda as well.
Yeah.
For me, like the way he broke down his album compared to Drake's, because Drake doesn't seem to care about like rolling out in terms of listening parties and trailing videos and all that stuff, but he has this energy because he knows at some certain point he had such a strong grasp on his fan base.
Yep.
That no matter what he drops at any time, they will go crazy. I think
Facts.
he kind of got used to just like instant love, an instant. It's just like, wow, Drake just dropped something at midnight,
Especially with releases like the release of If You're Reading This Is Too Late. He dropped that.
If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
From nowhere.
Dark Tape.
Yeah.
Dark Tape demos. And even some of his
Scary Hours.
Some of his scary hours. And like some of and even some of the disses. Those came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because obviously he was meant to respond. So with CLB, I felt like I've understanding Drake's discography.
Yeah.
Like I've realized it's just another Drake album. Like no, it's hard. Like that's the Drake we love and know.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Like that's the Drake we love and know.
Yeah,
so
that we know. Yeah.
We're already like inclined to love his music. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it doesn't necessarily elevate the level of music that he's at.
Oh.
I feel like for some reason when he was in a war type of mindset, I think there was a time he was at a war type of mindset.
Yeah.
This was around If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Then he came with like I think it was Views after.
Yeah, Views was next.
And then he came with Scorpion, or from correct.
No, I think
he came
before it was More
It
Life.
was More Life, yeah. It
Yeah.
was More Life. Those 3 tapes,
Yeah.
like he was able to, even though one of them was playlist or 2 of them was playlist, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But he was able to intercept so much new energy and still in a way do himself. You know what I'm saying? Be himself. And that's what everybody loved. Like, man, if you heard him on songs with Skepta, you heard him on songs with Gigs, like you were like, wow, this guy jumped on like greasy beats.
Yeah.
And he really made a difference. And he put himself
And obviously
there.
that black coffee.
The Black Coffee one.
Spin,
Drake was always good at that. Like even when he switched from R&B type of music and he switched to like Texas type of sound and like, the Houston type of rap and all that type.
And then also like the reggae vibes.
Knife Talk is very Memphis type vibes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very much.
So
I think there's a skit even.
Yeah, there was a skit.
Yeah, there's a skit over here.
So he was able to really like do that somehow, some way, but I feel like it should have been brought out more. Now on Donda, I think Kanye was able to elevate his sound, still using new plugs, but just with his old way of like producing and production. You know, because we've always known him to be very, I don't know to say religious with his music, but he's been very religious with his music. I think God, the devil, and the Bible has always been a concept in Kanye's music. I think it's just because he came with the Jesus album that everybody was like, wow, he's Christian. So I think with that being a concept that's been constant for him elevating it now to the type of sound and the peers that he's had now, and being able to touch the youth. Yeah. I feel like he's very smart, man. The way he did all of this, because people really had a lot to say about him.
So okay, no, you finish your point.
Yeah, people had a lot to say about him, and I feel like for a long time he had his name dragged in the mud and all that stuff because the mega hats and all that stuff. So when he came with this album, I feel like it really shuts a lot of people up because it's that Kanye that we know, but at the same time he's always pushing forward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you hear some of the way the tracks switch up and the way he just comes with new flows and he just like is able to like
off the grid. Like
off the grid is, I mean, Playboy Cardi.
He had a trap, then he switched it into drill. I was like,
we
what?
know Playboy Cardi, and the thing is that this guy he was so smart.
Yeah.
He brought trap.
Yeah.
He brought trap, like new age trap.
Yeah.
With like new age drill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's been old drill.
Yeah.
And like this new age drill, Fabio Foreign, Playboy Cardi, and he just brought that synergy together.
Yeah.
And he just added his verse at the end. It was like he was running through music, through like literally in one song.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh shit, yeah.
He's got this transportation
and
thing that
and
kills
that's
me.
great. Yeah, like
got this-
off the grid does feel like it's actually going somewhere. And when
It's like it's almost like have you noticed when it switches up to the Fabio Foreign part?
Yeah.
It's almost like he's jumping onto a train and the train is just
Yeah.
starting to go fast. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? After he's walking through everything.
Yeah.
So like for me,
Yeah.
like he always had that energy, like and he brought that in. I mean, he had the organs even playing in the background, even that little baby. Like to be honest, for me, I don't feel like Lil Baby delivers a lot of strong verses. But
Yeah.
the verse that he delivered on the song with like Hurricane,
Yeah.
like I feel like even that he was able to bring two energies together because
Yeah.
Weeknd is doing pop right now.
Yeah.
And he brought that together in a
And
way that
he somehow made it sound gospely, like
bro, like
and he elevated that gospel sound, bro. Like when he's like, yeah.
So even as a point
Yeah.
for Kanye and Drake, I
Yeah.
feel like with Drake he used the same features.
Oh.
We've heard like Knife Talk. I feel like we've heard that type of vibe before.
Yeah.
From Drake. I mean with 21
Stick
Savage.
Talk.
We've
Talk is walk the talk.
we've heard a Future. I mean Future
Ah.
Man. Come on, like they had an all album together.
Yeah.
Young Thug. I mean we've heard that vibe. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tins. I mean with who else? I mean he had Thames on it, which is a bit different.
But yeah, Thames leans more to like the controller.
Yeah, with the controller, it's a popcorn vibe.
Yeah.
So I feel like he could have been a bit more
Afrobeat, yeah.
He could have been a bit more imaginative with his and a bit more ambitious with his features because he had a lot at his disposal. I mean, he has a lot of artists that he's been linking up with and talking to that he
Yeah.
could have just featured easily on the album. There's Ghana, there's so many people from YSL besides Young Thug that you can feature. There's so many people from Africa that besides Thames that you can feature.
Yeah.
There's so many people from UK.
Yeah.
There's so many people from America that you can feature besides 21 Savage and Future because
Yeah.
I felt like even with Baby Keem, like the way Kanye used Baby Keem.
Yeah.
Kanye is
even though that Baby Kim verse was a slow starter.
for Baby Keem fans, I feel like that's
Yeah.
exactly what they know him for.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to his music,
Yeah.
he's very energetic, violent, and
Yeah.
and kind of like, you know, he rages in his music. So
Yeah.
it leans more into that.
Yeah.
And if you're hearing Baby Keem for the first time, or that you're like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, why is he wasting so much time on the verse instead of just going in and rapping?
Yeah.
You know, so I understand that from your perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, off your own intuition, your gut feels. Just out of 10, Donda, out of 10, CLB.
Out of 10, Donda, I give it a 9.
Damn.
Like, yo, bro. To be honest, like, the 1 point now is just counting for the videos. Like, if you drop whack videos, Kanye, you lose 1 point. But if you drop dope videos, then it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
CLB, I'm going to give it a young 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of elements he was missing. 3 points at least. But I know my boy always hits a 3, dog. So
3 points, right? Or he just
3 points in terms of not having more, like, proper features.
Yeah.
Because his features were very repetitive.
Yeah.
Which gave us kind of repetitive vibes.
Yeah.
The other point is basically on the rollout.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Drake can be Drake's the idea of Drake is much bigger than he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So I think maybe if you could just stretch out the rollout also.
Yeah.
Then the other third point is just basically of creativity.
Yeah.
Beat choice also, because I feel like Drake can be very versatile with his beats.
Yeah.
I've heard some of his beats and they're crazy. You know, and I feel like with this album he was just very like, it sounded like a previous albums.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I'm just hoping on the deluxe. Maybe the deluxe would be dope. But what would you rate it?
A deluxe edition of a 21 song album. Hey, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, deluxe edition. No, okay,
That would be like 26 songs. Who the hell want to listen to
Let's hop
that?
on that after.
Yeah.
Like, what would you rate it, bro?
I'd give this is the craziest thing. Yo, it's so hard. I'd give Donda 7.
Okay.
And I'd give CLB 5.
Damn.
I give CLB 5, man.
Yeah, so the 3 points on Donda, what's the 4?
The 3 points is that it was super hyped. There were even people saying like, "Hey man, I got a feeling this is gonna be Kanye West's best album." I was like, "Nigga, get the fuck out of here."
But it definitely put the competition a bit forward.
You know,
in terms of
I was like, "Come on, man, what the hell you mean?" Like, it's not gonna shatter anything. Like even from the listening parties, I felt like it's not gonna shatter his discography and blow it out the water. I felt like a lot of songs on Donda could have been songs on Watch the Throne. Even
bro.
You know? I felt like that, and like it was also like an amalgamation of an advancement of Jesus is King. Like, you know, it wasn't too leaning. Yeah, so I give it a 7 because I just need to leave room for the really dope albums of his discography. You know, I'm obviously if I gave Donda a 9, what would Graduation be? And then what would be the late registration be? What would be college dropout be? You know,
I think they can all sit at the same level.
You know, what would Dark Fantasy be? These are things like what would
Dark Fantasy be? 10. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So it's like
Dark Fantasy is 11.
Just for me, in terms of relativity, like, yeah, that's why I have to give it a 7 because I'm looking at his whole discography.
Facts.
CLB, I have to give it a 5. And just for reference, I'll give something like Scorpion a 3. That's me. I know he kind of favors Scorpion. And then I'll give something as a Take Care. I'll give Take Care an 8. I'll give, if you're reading this, it's too late, a 9. Type of thing, you know. But
if you're reading this is too late, funny enough, Drake had trailer for that. Drake had photo shoots. Drake had ideas for that. You know, and it was just dope. Like we all sucked into the album, and you know when he dropped it, it was just like dope.
Anyways, that's been Jamais-Vu. Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe. Join the discourse, man. What you think? I'm sure this one is very touchy. You know, especially for the Drake stands.
I know there's a lot of Drake stands out there. Like niggas, let's stop being. Yo, I had someone ask me the other day, like, yo, what do you think of Drake's album? I feel like they asked me that way too early because I listened to like at least 2 songs at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's Drake, man. It's probably gonna be lit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ended up finding out that man Kanye really came with that shit. That shit.
That splat.
That splat. So, you know, yeah, definitely, man. Like, tap in with us, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Like, we're gonna be dropping more videos.
Spread the fucking word.
The next episode, we're gonna be talking about artists in South Africa, like young artists in South Africa, who's about to come up, who's about to blow, who we think is worth at least saying that, you know, is pioneering the game and pioneering the culture. Because I know there's a lot of young niggas out there. I'm seeing it on Freshman magazine on Instagram. You know, so let's stay tapped in, guys. Like, stay on the comments. Let us know what you think about the show. How can we change shit for you to make it more entertaining? Yep. What I'm saying? Show us love at boringlivesmatter on Instagram.
Yes. S1EP05 on Instagram.
Do the right things.